Good evening, everyone. I'm going to give you a few minutes just to kind of get going here. Welcome to PWA, Parents with Attitude, new night Thursday Night Lives at 8 p.m. with members of the Cape Cod Moms team and local parents and professionals throughout our community. And I'm so glad you're joining us tonight. We've got a great lineup for you tonight. We have actually Don Atsalis joining us, the founder of Cape Kids Treasures Consignment Shop. Good evening, everyone. I'm going to give you a few minutes just to kind of get. Sorry, that's backtrack for me. There we go. So she's the founder of Cape Kids Treasures Consignment, which is one of my favorite consignment sales. It's like the consignment sale for the Cape, one of the biggest ones, been going on since 2010. So we're going to be chatting with her about how she's adapted the sale for the COVID situation, what she's been up to. She's got some older kids, so I'm excited to get her perspective on some things. We're going to award some prizes. You got to answer our question of the night. Super easy tonight. Let's talk about the prizes tonight. We've got a $25 cash card for answering our question of the night. And we also have a best friend basket. And Dawn actually helped pick out the winner for this evening. And I'm excited. We're going to surprise her later live on the air, which will be super, super fun. So I hope you all have your favorite cocktail or mocktail. I have my mocktail tonight. I'm drinking my favorite cherry bubbly water with my special little Stay Magical from one of my besties. Little sleeve, because I just hopped back from the beach because it's finally been nice out and we get to go, and that's so exciting to me. And the kids are actually tired and sleeping, or actually she is sleeping. She's listening to Moana in the background, but she's passed out. So let's get going tonight. Remember, best friend basket and a $25 gift card. If you guys have quotes to share from quarantine, remember you can submit these via our forms. If you're interested in sponsoring one of our fun live nights or offering a prize or getting interviewed, just shoot me an email, info@capecodmoms.com. So now that we are getting going, let's bring Dawn on. I'm excited. Dawn's coming live in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And I'm going to take this off. Hi, Dawn.
Hi, Amy.
So nice to see you.
Nice to see you. I feel like we haven't seen you in ages, but now I feel like we're connecting here.
I know. I think the last time I actually saw you was the parent fair.
Yes.
Help me out. And I haven't seen you since then, so I'm excited that we get to chat tonight.
I am too.
And talk a little bit about all the things that you do, how you founded it. So let's get going.
Sure.
So Dawn Atsalis, everybody, founder of the Cape Kids Treasures Consignment Sale. And she founded this in 2010. So it's been
10 years.
A decade in business. Let's give Ms. Atsalis a round of applause because I appreciate 10 years in business. We're going to be celebrating 10 years in business at the close of the year. And it's crazy to think about, right?
It is crazy. The time passes so quickly.
Yeah.
It's
so
true.
Why don't you tell me, so for those who may not know or those who need a refresher, give us an overview of how Cape Kids Treasures, how it started and what your goal was.
Yeah, sure. So, my kids were little at the time. We all have stuff in our house that we need to get rid of. I was no different. I had all this stuff, and my friends seemed to be at different stages. So I tried to give some away to friends, but their kids were either older or different sizes. And so I thought, this stuff is too good to just dump, or, you could recycle it. But I wanted to make a little money off some of the stuff that I had. So I decided to start this sale. I had been to a sale on the South Shore. And I was like, wow, nobody, this isn't happening on the Cape. I think I could do this. And so started my first sale in the hall of the Greek church. And I think we had about 35 or 40 consigners. And we thought we had a ton of stuff. And, we had some tables and a couple of racks and one register. And we got started. And it was great. People came out and, shopped and got some new stuff for their kids. And the consigners made a little bit of money. And here we are 10 years later, and we're still going.
10 years later, and it's really grown in the past 10 years. It's because you're not in the Greek church anymore. You've grown.
Right.
2 sales a year at one point before COVID at 2 locations. So really 4 sales a year, which
Right.
is incredible. Like, I mean, that's thousands of people that are benefiting from recycling basically clothes,
Right. And everything really, toys, baby
toys,
gear, all that,
equipment.
books, all that kind
Yeah.
of stuff.
So, one of the things people may not know is that there's also um, there's a paying it forward aspect to the sale as well that you've been doing for a number of years, and where you benefit some local nonprofits to help families in need.
Right.
I'm thinking about the baby center, and there's been a couple others, right?
Yeah, so one of the things, so before I talk about some of the donation partners, one of the things I didn't realize when I started the sale was, some of the moms that participate can, make, or the families, I should say, that participate, make some money, get rid of things out of the house. But what I didn't realize was that families really came to rely on this. And I was getting emails from people saying, consigners that said, hey, I just made $300 selling my stuff. I needed that to pay a medical bill, or I needed this for my kids, for dance lessons or for different things. And so I realized that people really found this as a way for stay-at-home moms that didn't have any income and felt like they really wanted to contribute to their family. It was a way for them to, work, do a little bit of work and get their stuff prepared for our sale and make some money. And that part is really cool. And that's what's really kind of kept me going. And I feel that community aspect to that, just helping families locally. And in terms of the flip side of that, the shoppers too, saying, hey, I can come here and get everything I need pretty much for my kids, all their play clothes and toys and books and different stuff, and on a budget. So that feels good too.
So
But at the
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What has been your favorite thing that you've ever gotten from one of the sales?
Oh, that's a tough one. It's funny because my kids are older now, so I don't buy a lot. In the early days, we would buy clothing or toys and different things. But during COVID, I was like, oh, you know what? I bought a puzzle. I bought this really great Red Sox puzzle that I forgot about last year, and it was in a closet. And I pulled it out, and I went, oh my gosh, here we go, guys!
Oh,
We're gonna do
that's
this.
such a nice treat.
Yeah, so we finished a Red Sox puzzle during the month of March when we were locked down. So that was a good find that I dug out of a closet, and it was a consignment buy.
Oh, very nice. I think my favorite, and if you remember the little slide half swing for the preschoolers, um,
Yeah, I've seen those.
a
Yeah.
small one, and that was one of my favorite things I've ever got because it was the
Aw.
perfect size for Olivia when she was little, and that's well, I you know what, I like everything I find. I have a shopping problem when I go.
Oh, I love it. And I get excited. I mean, I don't buy that much for my kids anymore, but I get excited seeing what other people buy. And I just, I see them come through the register with these piles of great stuff for their kids. And it just makes me excited for them that they're getting good deals. So,
I totally feel you on that because I volunteered with you before, and I love seeing. I'm like, wow, I missed it. That is a great find. Like,
yeah.
especially when you find some designer duds too for like nothing.
Yes.
And that's really exciting. Really exciting. Um,
But getting back to your point about the donations, so at the end, we have a lot of donations that are left over that we give to organizations like a baby center, which is our favorite. We love a baby center. They're local. They support needy families on the Cape and the islands, and they're so great. All the girls there are just so great, and they're so easy to deal with. And so we do share a lot of our items with them. We also give to a couple of the local shelters, a couple of local schools. I have some consigners that run some reading programs at the elementary schools locally, and so they'll take books or puzzles or things, different toys that they think are helpful. And then we also donate to an organization in Boston that's kind of like a baby center, but on a bigger scale, called Cradles to Crayons. But they do give items to families free, which we like.
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome to hear. So how is COVID, and how have you had to adapt? Because you have a sale going on currently. It just part one finished this week, correct? And next week is part two.
Correct. So when this happened, we were scheduled to have a sale in March, and then of course that couldn't happen. And people were reaching out to me, messaging me saying, "Hey, I really need some stuff for my kids. What do you think?" And so decided to take it online and figured out a way to have our consigners get their stuff online and have shoppers go out there. So We just started our first virtual sale. It's still going on this week. So if you're around, you can grab stuff until 11 p.m. tonight.
What's the website for that, Dawn?
Yeah, it's Cape-Kids-Treasures.
Cape-Kids-Treasures. Okay.
.my Shopify. It's SHOPIFY.com.
I'm going to put that up for everybody. Because we have a couple people what's the sale URL? Laura, we're putting it up right now for you. Let me put it back up. So is there www or is it just HTTPS?
I think if you click on it, usually it comes up HTTPS. Yeah.
Okay. So if you guys just type this in, cape-kids-treasures.myshopify.com, there's sales going on right now, this week and through next. Is it ongoing? Does it stop in between?
That's a good question. Yes. So we go till 11 p.m. tonight. So pick up for those items that for everybody that shopped all week is this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. And then consigners are loading up new items for next week. So we'll have all new goodies for next week. And we open Monday at 9 a.m. and then we'll go all week next week, 24/7 from Monday 9 a.m. But then we end again next Thursday 11 p.m. and then pickup is the following weekend for those items that were purchased during the week.
Awesome. And if you're just tuning in, this sale is one of my favorite places. Twice a year, I do all my Christmas shopping. Honestly, I really do, and all my birthday shopping for all my nieces and nephews. I grab like I grab little things like a cute outfit, a cute book, a cute toy, and then I kind of just stash it away and forget about it. So I love right after Thanksgiving, I kind of pull everything out and I go, oh wow, I forgot I got this. I don't have as much to do as I thought. I'm actually in much better shape. And I think, honestly, that's a much better way to do some of my shopping.
Yeah, tuck things away, and then it's like a surprise.
Yeah, and it just makes it easier to do throughout the year, It's also a great way for people to get rid of things and pay it forward and etc. So, tell me more. What else should we know about the sale? Are you staggering things? How else have you had to adapt? I know it's all online. Used to be really heavy on the volunteers. I'm assuming you need less volunteers than you've needed in the past, maybe?
With the online event?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll be packaging some consignor stuff this weekend. Consigners will be dropping off, and we'll be putting those bags together for shoppers to come and pick up curbside in Hyannis. So it makes it easy that people don't have to get out of their cars, even if they don't want. They can pop their trunk, and we'll pop it right in and do that. So those are the details for our online sale, but we are doing an in-person sale scheduled for August. So I don't know if you want to talk about that or wait.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Yeah. So we scheduled an in-person sale back at the Old Sports Authority in Cape Town Plaza, right in the same plaza with Kmart, for August 21st through the 23rd. It is going to look a little bit different. So if you've ever been to one of our sales, it's going to be different. And we're taking all the safety measures that the state requires for retailers in terms of extra cleaning, cutting down the number of shoppers, which I think will really be great because we've always done some appointments. Yeah. But we'll spread things out even more just to give everybody more room. We're doing safety plexiglass shields for the registers and things like that so we can social distance. Staggering out the shopping times a little bit. So it'll be great. People will still be able to come in, but it'll be a little more spread out in terms of the space inside physically and then the number of people too. So
awesome. Yeah. Now, one of the things people may not know is that you also offer some options like the Busy Mom program, or I remember the early pregnant mamas, new moms.
Yes.
They can come in early or shop early. Is that still going to be available with the online shopping? Were they able to kind of start early, or have you revamped that a little bit, or?
That's a good question. The online was something new, and we just decided, we're just going to roll with it and open it up. So we haven't done any of that yet, any, pre-sales online, but that might be something in the future if we do that, kind of a get in early ticket for certain groups to get in early. But we will do that at our in-person sale in August. Oh, you've got a little visitor behind you.
Always. They're always lurking.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Don't you love
So
it?
we will still do our pre-sales for consigners and team members and new moms and VIPs, and we'll be adding a couple extra groups, some more information to follow about that for our in-person sale in August. So it's just a way to spread shoppers out and give people more space and more time to shop.
And there's always just so many good deals. And are you doing the 50% off? That's always been a traditional thing, halfway through the weekend in the afternoon on Saturday, and then all day Sunday's been if the consigners mark things down to 50%, you have the half price sale. Are you still doing that with the online option?
We're not doing that with the online. So the real kind of the just behind the online is just to get some of the summer clothing and summer toys and things like that out so that people would have an opportunity to buy things that they need now for their kids, because your kids are still growing. They still need, shorts and swimsuits or short sleeve clothing for the warm weather. So that was really the push behind getting the online, to give people an opportunity to shop for some of the summer, things that they need. So we'll do that all next week, and then we'll be back in August. And August, the in-person sale in August will be a little more of a year, what should I say, kind of an all-season sale, because we'll do our fall, winter, we'll do our year-round. And then we'll also have some late summer things. So, the weather's still warm into September, October. Your kids are still going to want to wear shorts and short sleeve shirts. So we'll do some of that too. And and then we'll have the warmer weather stuff. The colder weather stuff too.
So let's, is there anything else you want to share about the sale? We'll kind of circle back out because I'm going to open it up to questions to everyone tuning in. Is there anything else people should know about the sale going on right now or for the next couple months?
I would say just watch the website. Things are still evolving for the August sale in terms of some of the changes that we're making. So stay close to our website, to Facebook. We'll be rolling out what all those are, but we'll do that well in advance of August so that it gives everyone an opportunity to either schedule a time to come and shop or know what to expect when they show up.
So let's talk about some other things now. Now, you're also a local mom and businesswoman extraordinaire.
Oh.
And why don't you share a little bit about the family and how many kids you have, how old they are, and what it's been like, for you as a mom and with your kids during everything that's kind of gone on.
Yeah. So my kids are now 14 and 15, soon to be 16. So it's I think there's challenges with every age, because I have friends with the little ones, and it's so hard to have your kids home and be more involved with their homeschooling. So in that regard, I'm lucky that my kids are kind of, they know what to do, and in terms of the schooling aspect. Yeah. but it has its own challenges having teenagers who are used to being out and want to be out, and
absolutely,
and you got to keep them in.
So what for some of us who have younger ones, so Ethan's approaching 10, Olivia's still little, but as these kids are going to go, what is something we have to look forward to, Dawn?
Oh. Well,
as teenagers,
they become helpers. There's more stuff they can do. My daughter, goes on Pinterest now and finds these recipes, and she'll make us these fun desserts, which not good for the waistline, but they taste good. And
they're gonna cook for me.
Yeah, or she'll cook up like these fun, avocado toast with, so that she's finding like these different recipes to explore, which I think is pretty cool.
When COVID's over, can you send her my way for avocado toast in the morning? I need a kid who's going to make me breakfast. I like this.
Yeah, that's good stuff. So
what do you think, living on Cape Cod, you've been here a long time. What do you think are some of the strengths in the Cape Cod community for our families? What are things we do really well around here?
I think people are just good at being communal. I think there's a lot of groups that are really supportive, play groups and mom groups, and what you're doing, with your different initiatives that you take on. There's a lot of community here. So I think for either people who have been here or somebody moving here, there's a lot of ways to get involved with different mom groups, or different play groups that meet at different points. And that was a saving grace for me. So my husband grew up here, so he knew everybody in town.
Yep.
I was new when I moved here. I had a newborn and an 18-month-old. And it was like, I don't know anybody. My sister-in-laws all had older kids, so it was a little bit different, in terms of life stages. And I just got involved in the community. At that point in time, there was Centerville Playgroup, which was great because we met a couple times a week. Cape Cod Child Development was doing music classes. So just started getting my kids involved in anything that I could to interact with other moms. And all these years later, I'm still friends with a lot of moms that we met through Playgroup, where my kids will say, hey, there's this boy at school, and they'll name a name. And I'm like, that's you. We did Playgroup together. We did music or an art class at the library together. And it's so fun to hear those names when they're older. A lot of connections here.
It really is. And that's one of my favorite things about community too, I feel like it's really close to that old sense of community, like where everybody really does, they try to look out for each other. And the more you expand your kind of networking group, for lack of a better term, with the other parents and families, the more support you can find. And, we may all be different, with different opinions and different ways of raising kids or where our backgrounds are. But one of our goals are all the same. We're trying, there's no handbook. We're in it,
right.
We're bringing it, and we're crossing our fingers, hoping for the best, that we've done the best job. And it's nice to know that there's others out there who are going through it, or it's normal. I came up with something the other day, and I'm not going to fully share what it was, but there was something that was really bothering me, and I was like, oh my gosh, is this normal as a mother? Whatever. Hemorrhoids, okay? I didn't know that was like, every mother has it. I said something to one of my girlfriends, and she's like, Amy, I have an arsenal. Are you kidding? Like, don't think about that. That's almost all of us. And I go, oh, really? I thought it was just me. And I've been like horrified and embarrassed about it for months. And she's like, oh, please. And it just made me feel better, because it was like, oh, okay, that is like, I don't have to worry about that. And it's funny, because there's certain things that still come up, and you just don't.
Yeah.
And it's nice when you have that support of other people. I know, right? Those children, the gifts that keep on giving.
Yeah.
So what are some things that are there any things that you think that the community, or resources that you think could help the community or could be improved upon out here?
Oh, that's a tricky question. I think you're doing a great job with your website, and I don't know the name. I mean, your Facebook group, the advocacy group. I think that's really important. I think different times, and everybody has to pivot and do things differently. And so I think the more we can talk about those things, what's important for every family, what's important for your child, what are their needs? They're all different. So I don't think there's a one size fits all.
Absolutely.
I think we have to figure out what works for different types of kids, and try to move forward with those things in mind. But I think the more we can talk about it as parents, and try to bring those things to light, I think the more it helps, administrators, it helps people at the state level to hear from all of us, to know what we're thinking and what we want to see for our children, moving forward.
Absolutely. So for those of you who may not know exactly what Dawn's talking about, I had started a Massachusetts childhood advocacy group on Facebook, and it's open to everybody across Massachusetts. And it's really, I'm a big believer I can disagree with you. We can have different opinions on what we need, because like you said, like, different families have different needs. Every student's different. And as a former teacher, it's one of the first things they teach you. Every student is different. You have to meet the needs of all learners. And one of my reasons for starting that group was to allow parents to not only have a voice, but to direct them. Here's who you can contact. Here's who you can reach out to. Here's the ways to do it. And also, let's brainstorm some potential ideas. Like, see if your superintendent in your district have a parent advocacy group. So, for example, Falmouth does, which I have loved, and there's a great group of parents, and she's taken every idea that I've given her and the parents, and we are like working through them. Like there's no bad idea on the table, and that's part of brainstorming. And eventually, the goal is we're not going to make everybody 100% happy. I mean, obviously, the goal is we would love to go back with no restrictions and go back to normal. Okay, but however, that may not be feasible. And the goal here is to be the best education in the most least restrictive environment. And how do we get there? And again, it's a work in process. Nobody, this is not pandemic. Like they haven't seen this since the Spanish flu. I mean, and then we didn't have all the technology. So this is a different time, and nobody fully prepared for this. We weren't looking ahead, and I hope we are all learning this lesson because this could be part of the future. Like something could like this could happen in another 10, 20 years, in 50 years. And if we can get some ideas out now and work through it, at least in a respectful way, you know, let's see what's on the table. Let's make education better, meet the needs of all the learners. Maybe it's a chance to make some really great changes that would benefit everybody. So I'm glad you brought that up because that has certainly, as you've seen, been a little challenging, and I try and remind people, listen, you may disagree, and that's okay. But
right.
But advocate in the best way you can, because what's most important is that your child and your voice is being heard.
Right.
And that's the most important thing. So I'm glad it seems to settle down and people are focusing and our voices are being heard because they've adjusted some of the things and they said, wait, 10 to 1, that may not work in elementary school or high school. Maybe we can go to 15 and 1 like Germany did. So some of these things are being talked about, and I'm happy that our legislature and Department of Health are beginning to listen. So keep it going, and like you said, we got to work together. It takes a community, right?
Right.
So before I ask you guys all if you have any questions for Dawn, is there anything else you want to add here, Dawn?
Gosh, I don't think so. I think I just want to thank everybody for if anybody has already shopped with us in the past, or there's so many people that I've come to know. I don't really know them or hadn't known them personally beforehand, but a lot of good close friends that I've made through the consignment process, and shoppers that I know just by recognizing their faces every season, and love to see everyone, and have recognized some names from people shopping online. So thank you to everybody who's supported our local business and supported our families that participate. It's been really great.
Yes, Rebecca, it is a great community. I'm telling you, it never ceases to amaze me, honestly, because when we're down and out, that's when you see the true determination and the true character, especially of our community, because people rally. They really do. They rally for each other, and it's great. And Rebecca says she's already been grabbing my stuff. I'm going to have to get on and shop as soon as we get off this call at 9.
Yeah.
Before everything goes.
Get some goodies.
There's always some great stuff. So if you guys have any questions for Dawn, you can shoot them into the comments. We'll share them on the screen. And we are actually going to show our question of the night. So if you would like to win or be entered to win a $25 cash card, tell us in the comments, what are you most looking forward to for the summer? And if you answer the question in the comments, I'm going to add your name to my random.org list over here. And at the end, we are going to randomize it and pick a winner. So, I know, Rebecca, I am. I'm going on. I'm not on another screen over here shopping as we speak, but my full attention is on Dawn and my magical water. So while we're waiting for some people to answer, let's talk about, do we have any funny stories to share, stories from quarantine, or any fun parenting anecdotes that you have, Dawn?
Oh gosh, let's see. I have a funny story. My daughter's in the room, but
we won't tell her.
This is back when she was a baby, and so I was home with my kids, and I finally some of my old coworkers were at a conference at the Cape Codder hotel. So I was like, I'm finally gonna like put on real clothes and get the kids and bring them down there so some of my old coworkers can see my kids. My daughter was a baby, and I had her in one of those baby Bjorn
Oh yeah.
carriers, and she was facing out so everyone can see her. So I went to the Cape Codder and strolled around and saw all my old friends, and they saw the kids and everybody. It was all great, and my daughter was smiley and happy. And we get out to the car, and I was like, oh, I feel a little wet. She must have wet through her diaper.
Yeah.
And so I take her out of baby Bjorn and go to like lift her off of me because her body was pressed against mine.
I know
She
what's
had more
going.
than a wet. I was totally covered. Shirt, jeans, belt, totally covered. And so that was it. That was a fun. That was a fun one with my Pampers wipes trying to clean up.
Yeah, I feel like the bowel movements and the pee, like you're gonna get pee and pooped on.
Yeah, it happens.
We might be able to return the favor someday when we're in the nursing home.
Well, but so when your kids are teenagers, these are things you have to remind them of. Like, remember, you might not remember there was that one time. These are things that moms do for their kids. These are the things that we lived through.
Please remember that and put me in the good nursing home, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
And visit me.
And this is the reason why.
Yeah, this is why. Amanda says she's most looking forward to teaching her kiddos how to ride their bikes.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. I like that one. That's a rite of passage every spring for our new bike riders and those who go from the trikeys to the two-wheelers. And
yeah,
I'm glad it's finally nice weather. The pollen's settling down, so we actually can get out there now. Jasmine shares getting out and hiking again. It's been slow.
Yeah, go ahead.
Listen, Jasmine, I hear you, and it's okay. I'm 4 years postpartum, and almost 4 years in July, and I have not been getting in shape, but that's for another day. It's okay. Take your time, little bit at a time. Rebecca shares looking forward to long days on the beach, going out in the boat. So that's one of my favorite things to do, Dawn. I love taking the kids to the beach. I actually splurged. You're a Barnstable resident, so you know a little bit about this. I got the Sandy Neck off-roading pass.
Oh.
The almost $200, which I haven't done in 4 years. And I said, I got a social distance this summer. I'm going out there, and I'm going out there all day. And
good for you.
5 times already. I'm going out for number 6 tomorrow.
Wow.
And I can't, honestly, I feel like a weight lifts off me. As soon as I drive out on the beach, I don't know what it is about it. It makes me so happy, and the kids are so happy. And by the time I'm airing up my tires on the way out, they've already had dinner and they're passed out. And I love it even more then.
We're so lucky. We're so lucky we live here, honestly.
Oh, I couldn't even imagine being somewhere where we didn't have that ocean.
And landlocked, I know.
Rebecca, I feel like I've been pregnant every summer, so looking forward to having a drink outdoors with a beautiful view. Rebecca, you call me up. We'll go to Sandy Neck. We can have some cocktails together.
Margarita in hand. There you go.
That's right. So while I have one story from quarantine, and then we'll call our winner for our Bestie basket tonight. But I got a funny one to share with you. So, does your son does he do Fortnite? Is this a thing for him? Okay,
yes.
So you do the same way I do. So I finally had caved because I was using bribery to get schoolwork done, and the normal screen time wasn't working. I was like, fine, you can get Fortnite. And we didn't have the headphones at first, so it was tolerable, okay? Once they get the headphone with the microphones.
Oh.
Don't do it, people.
Don't do it.
Do it. And if you do it, don't get them headphones or say they broke, because it's like non-stop. And I'm like, oh my God, it never stops. So his headphones broke, so he's been playing without them. But what are these? I don't know what he calls it, but these little dances the characters in the Fortnite, they can make them do. They're like little anime dances.
Oh.
It's called something. So anyway, the other day he's like, hey, check out my new like dance I'm doing. And he puts the like L up on his head and he starts like being doing this weird dance. And he's like, it's the loser dance. And I'm like, sure, yeah, yeah. And I'm thinking, and he's like, yeah, it's you. And he's trying to be funny and he's trying to call me one because he thinks he's so cool playing this game. And
Oh.
thinking in my mind, I'm like, and who looks like the nut job right now? But I was like, oh my God, I'm so glad because I've told them the headphones are broken. I've thrown them out. So there's
I mean,
no
the only saving grace is like, to use that as, to get them to do the things that you need them to do. It's like, well, that's your negotiation,
well,
negotiating tool.
Yesterday to try and do the 2 social studies assignments that we're behind on. Well, if you buy me new headphones to play Fortnite, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, I need you to do this. Is it worth the headphone? Ooh, it's a toss up there. It's a toss up.
Yeah,
I might
sure.
have social studies assignments on my own. I don't do that. No. So tonight, you and I chatted before we kind of came on here, and we were talking about the Bestie basket. And this week, people could nominate. And by the way, if you've nominated someone and they haven't been chosen yet, please know they are still in the mix. I read them every week to our new guest when they're helping us. So you are still in the running. So we read a couple, and you picked our tonight's winner, which I'm super excited about.
Yeah.
And, this is one of my favorite parts of the show every week is getting to call and surprise someone with a little act of kindness from somebody who they care about. So we are actually, and I don't know if she's watching, we're going to call up Dana Corrigan, and her friend Katie Rogers was the one who nominated her. And we are going to call her, and hopefully she answers. This is always a treat. And I'm going to hold my phone up here. So let me know if you can't hear it. Can you hear that, Dawn?
I can hear it, yeah.
Okay.
Hello?
Hi, is this Dana?
Yes, it is.
Hi, Dana. It's Amy from Cape Cod Moms and Dawn Atsalis, and we're on live right now with Cape Cod Moms. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. The reason I'm calling is because you have actually been nominated by your friend, Katie Rogers, to receive our Bestie Basket prize this week. And
okay.
I would love to read why she nominated you. Are you ready?
Yes.
So she says, Dana was amazing to maintain social distance. Hold on, I'm not in the beginning. Dana was amazing to maintain social distance by staying in the car, but coming to visit with her son. Her son and my son are best friends, and they've been pen pals during the COVID-19 pandemic. They do FaceTimes, and recently they surprised us by pulling up to our house window for them to wave and see each other. I have been doing radiation therapy, and my child has asthma, so we couldn't be there to leave to speak in person or touch outside the doorknob, but she was amazing to pull right up to my living room windows with her car window just a few feet away so we could talk. So Dana, we want to award you with a Bestie basket, and after I get off the phone with you after we're off live at 9, I'm going to text you to get your address to get it to you within the next week. And just because you're such a kind friend to your friend Katie, and that's really special, and it's what we're all about here at Cape Cod Moms, and it's so exciting to see great things happening with other women in our community.
I'm speechless right now.
Oh.
Well, everybody's really psyched that you won, and they're listening now, and keep up spreading the kindness, and you are an amazing friend. I'm sure not only to Katie, but I'm sure to many other women too. So we really appreciate you in this community. Well, it's nice to hear these stories about great women like you in the community. It really means a lot to us. So
thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Congratulations.
Oh, we definitely appreciate you, Dana. And Dawn says congratulations. And
thank you.
Text me when we get off here. Send me your address, and I'll get you your Bestie basket ASAP.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks for joining us,
That's
Dana.
a nice surprise.
Oh, I'm glad we were able to make your night.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
Have a good night.
You too. Bye. I love that part.
That's so heartwarming.
I know, it's my favorite. I love surprising people with and then I like dropping them off because they get so happy. It makes me happy.
Oh.
You know, it's kind of like those wine baskets, but this one is like you're nominated. I love doing this type of thing and hearing these stories about how other women, we don't often, the media wants you to believe that women are always at each other, and it's nice that that's not actually the case, because when you hear these stories, you realize how much we empower one another and how we can be there for one another. And it's so, so, so important,
It's true. And it's important to have that support system,
Absolutely.
That's great.
Absolutely.
That's great.
So last few minutes here, if you want to answer our question, what are you most looking forward to this summer? What about you, John? What are you most looking forward to this summer?
I've got to go along with some of the others and say that, that just getting to the beach, I mean, being cooped up in the cold weather is was no fun, but thankfully now that the warm weather is here, we can get out and go to the beach. We're so close, and great that we live here.
What's your favorite Cape beach?
Well, my favorite Cape beach has to be Cahoon Hollow in Wellfleet. That's where I met my husband. So
really?
Yes.
You met on the beach?
We met on the beach. Yes.
Really?
It wasn't totally random. It was, groups of friends getting together. So it was, but still, it was kind of a random meeting. But I live in Centerville, and I love the beaches here too. So.
Now, did you guys go up to the National Seashore a lot, up to that region?
Yeah, a fair amount. But we, it's like anything else. You when you have what you need right here, you kind of stay in your own little spot.
Yeah, Rebecca says we need to hear this story about how you met your husband on the beach.
I
kind of agree. So the beach, Cahoon Hollow, is the new hot spot.
Yeah. I'll give you the very, very abbreviated version, but I was there. I was living in Boston at the time. A group of friends. One of my friends had a birthday. I don't remember how old she was turning. We all decided to go down there, celebrate her birthday. So it was a big group, probably like 30 of us on the beach. My husband was there with a friend for the same party, a mutual friend. It was the first time we had ever met and hit it off. And as it turns out, he and I had mutual friends that we had each known for like 5 or 7 or 10 years, and we had never met. It was the craziest thing. So we had all these long-term friends. So it was kind of funny after we got together and realized that, we kind of went back to these people like, hey, why did you never tell us?
Isn't that funny?
But fate,
all these people, and it's like that was probably the reason that you had all those friends and those people were in your life, was eventually you got connected with your husband.
Yeah.
That's so funny how that works out.
It's all about timing in life,
It really is. Because sometimes it can be the right person, wrong time, and circle back around. I mean, that's for me and my husband. That's kind of our story. We met at 15, and we both had crushes on each other at various points, and we were in the same friend group, but we dated each other's friends, but we never kind of told each other how we felt. And so eventually it happened, and it's crazy. Yeah. Like after all that time, you're like, oh, you were placed in the right time at the right place, but sometimes you're not ready for that, so it takes time to develop. So excellent.
It's all good.
All right. Well, any last minute things or advice? What do you have for some advice, last minute advice for our parents out there right now?
I would say there's no right answer. What you do, if you feel it's the right decision for you and for your kids, then it's right, And I think as moms, sometimes we put so much pressure on ourselves to do, to be perfect or to fit some mold. Like there's no, you're the only mom your kids know. So whatever you're doing feels right to them. So if they're happy and they're healthy and, just keep doing what you're doing and don't worry about all the other outside, influences of what everybody else is doing. Yeah, like you're doing the right thing, and like I said, your kids are healthy and happy. That's all that matters, and you're doing right because that's all they know, and they know that you're doing the right thing for them, and they love you regardless, and it's all good.
And it's okay to. There is no answer. There's no like right or wrong. Like there's no book. So when you're navigating it, don't take certain things. If you have a bad day, don't take it to heart. There's always the next day. I know we've all had a few of those lately, especially with remote learning.
Yes. Yeah.
But it's almost over, and for most of the schools on the Cape, it is over. I think one or two districts like Falmouth have another week.
Oh, wow.
But I think the rest of you guys are kind of done.
We're done here in Barnstable, so yay.
You want to celebrate with some ice cream pie or something like that. Always a treat. We only have 3 people answer our question tonight. Last chance. What are you looking most forward to doing for the summer now that it's here? Amanda has been entered, Jasmine and Rebecca. I'm going to give you one more minute to kind of get it in there. Just a reminder, everybody, we are on Thursday nights. We've changed our nights, especially for the summer. Because Friday nights get a little crazy during the summer, right, Dawn?
Yeah.
As cookouts hopefully are allowed back and you go to one, or family time's taking place. So our new night is now Thursday nights, 8 p.m. on Facebook. And we do the replay on Instagram TV and YouTube and our website. And we'll have various guests. If you have some suggestions, people you want to see us chat with or interview or talk to, just email us, leave it in the comments, whichever is easier. So let's go take randomize, and Amanda Lima, you are the winner tonight.
Yay!
Amanda Lima.
Nice job, Amanda.
Amanda, you're going to need to private message the page tonight or the next few days and give me your mailing address so I can get you your $25 cash card. And I would recommend you go spend it on a nice treat for yourself because you deserve it. I wouldn't share it. We don't have to share our prizes. Mommy deserves something too, right, Dawn?
Yes, absolutely. Be good to yourself.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And let me just put up, it's the Cape/kids/treasure.
It's a dash.
Cape-kids-treasures.
.myshopify.com.
Shopify.com. I'm going to put it up here one more time. Everybody, as soon as we head off here, head over to Cape Kids Treasures, myshopify.com. There's some hyphens in there. Make sure you head over. You can shop till 11 tonight, and then it opens back up. What day again, Dawn?
Monday. So Monday the 22nd at 9 a.m. And then we go all next week. Again, Monday 9 a.m. till Thursday 11 p.m. Yeah. And we're loading up a lot more goodies. So, we've got probably another 1,000 or so items for next week that we're loading up onto the site. So
absolutely.
New stuff.
And if it's something you want to get involved with and participate as a co-signer in the future, you want to like their Facebook page. Dawn posts a lot of updates, and as things come out and you want to become, if you want to sign up to be a co-signer or get information on future sales like the August one, or you have questions about how it works, it's a really, really great group. And the women in there especially are just, they've always got an answer. They're always willing to help. And it's been, I find that sometimes I like watching the interaction. I'm like, oh, this is like a little support group here too.
It really is. It's really become that. Yeah,
and people, they've made friends through that group. Like I know Gina, who I'm very sad if she's watching, is moving.
Yes.
I absolutely love her. And I met her through, if it hadn't been for you, I wouldn't have never met her. And she's, it's a nice thing that you're doing. And the more we can connect with other moms, I think the better and stronger we're all going to be.
Yeah.
So, Kate,
thank you, Amy.
_kids_treasures. myshopify.com. Get your butts on there. I'm going to beat you. You better get some good deals before I get them all because I have a shopping problem. I have my own card though, so my husband won't know what I bought.
My famous line, because I love to shop and I love deals. And when my husband says, "How much did you spend?" My line is, "You have no idea how much I just saved us." That's my line.
Right? I've gotten so many $1, $3. I mean,
Yes.
you would never pay that in a store.
Oh, thank you, Charlene. I can see
Oh.
Charlene's comments. Yay.
Oh, she loves to get the stuff there. I know she does. Ever since she had her first, she's been all up in that sale. She loves coming every year. And Rebecca says, "I've got thousands to sell."
Good, yay.
Let's get entering, start cataloging for the next one.
Yeah.
Start early, it's a fun little project. If there's a rainy day coming up, get it taken care of. So make sure you send over. I've actually already got the site up, and I'm ready to prepare to shop actually to the side as soon as we get off. So.
And we've sold a lot this week, so if you don't find what you're looking for tonight, we'll be back live Monday at 9 a.m. with a bunch of new items, and I'm talking like probably 1,000 new items on the site, but it's all organized, so you can sort by category. You can put a keyword in the search if you're only looking for, Nike clothing or something. You can put that word. If you're only looking for Paw Patrol because that's what your kids love, you can put that in the search bar, and it'll bring up everything of that type. So.
It actually, I'm looking at it right now, and I hadn't gotten a chance to kind of navigate, and it's super well organized, both on the side and with some stuff below it, the collections, and this is amazing. They got sports stuff, educational stuff. They've got bikes. There's a pink Schwinn tricycle, which we have, and I know how much that costs, and this is only $50. I mean, that's a great deal.
Yeah, lots of good stuff.
Swimsuits, trainer shorts, swim, what are the little life preservers?
Yeah, the life vest. Yeah.
Bike helmets. I mean, there's literally, and it's super organized, guys. Boys, girls, there's hats, there's everything. So get over there right now. Go shopping before they close at 11 tonight, and then come back on Monday and shop again.
Oh, Charlene got Crocs for $5. Good for you, Charlene.
Crocs, the summer must-have.
Crocs are must-haves.
Cape beaches, right?
I'll tell you a last funny story for Charlene. When my daughter was little, she had Crocs on. I was coming out of Trader Joe's in the parking lot, and I put her in the car, and I didn't realize one of her Crocs had fallen off, and it was bright pink, and I'm backing my car up, and I see it. I ran it over with my car, and it just sprung back up perfectly. So you literally can run them over, and they're indestructible.
Oh my gosh, I love it. It's true. It's totally true. Well, thanks so much for joining me, Dawn. It was such a pleasure having you.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
I always enjoy my time with you. You're just you're a wonderful person, and
same.
I love everything that you do. So thank you. Keep it up.
Same here. Mutual, Amy. Mutual love, my friend.
That's right. Thank you for joining us, everybody, tonight. Thank you for joining Dawn and I, and we'll see you guys all in the future. And go shop.
Go shop.
2 hours. 2 hours left. Go before Monday. Thanks so much, Dawn. I'm going to put you off to the side. Don't hang up yet, okay?
Okay, got it.
All right. So thank you so much to Dawn. Thank you to everybody else who joined us this evening. It was such a pleasure. Next week, we'll announce on Monday who our guest for next week is. We've got a couple lined up. We're just trying to do final confirmation. Again, Thursdays at 8 p.m. With us here live. And if your business or anybody else is looking to get involved with us, or you have a donation, or you want to highlight your business, just let us know. We would love to have you on, and we'll see you all soon. Good night, Kelly. Good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us.